Okay guys, Kivasi3 here. Welcome to another collection video. Again, it's a small collection like I did my PSP and my Nintendo DS 3DS collection. This is my Nintendo Game Boy collection, and let me just say, some games some of them were missing, some of them I gave to friends, and I just never gone back, which sucks. So here is my Game Boy collection, you know, for the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and my Game Boy console. So let me just start off with the handheld console. So this is my Game Boy Micro. Apparently my dad got me this in France one time. I've had this for a couple years. Still works, in very good condition. Obviously it needs charging anyway. So yeah, it's a very nice little console when I'm out and about. So yeah. And here's my Game Boy Advance SP. I remember getting this on my 7th or 8th birthday, I'm not so sure. Still works, in good condition. If I can just, this is just the thing that I can just hold the Game Boy SP. So let me just show you. So there you go. Just hold the side and then just play like that. So yeah, it still works. So let me just show you. Well, obviously it needs charging anyway, because it's on the red light. There we go, it still works. See your light as well. So yeah, that's all good. Still works. So that is my Game Boy SP and my Game Boy Micro. And here are my games. Let me just say, I'm going to tell you some of the games which I did have, or you know, I just never got back. I did have Mario Kart, you know, Game Boy Color. No, not Game Boy Color. It was a Game Boy Advance. You know, Mario Kart. I had Chuck Rock. I did have another Scooby-Doo game, but apparently that did not work. So I just threw it. I just threw it out. So it is all the games I've ended up with. Some of them you may be familiar with. You know, when it came on the NES and stuff. So yeah, let's get right to it. I'm going to start with the Game Boy Advance and then work my way up for Game Boy Color. So the first one here, we've got a bunch of games in this 131. There's like Jewelry Tetris, you've got tennis, you know, just like different bunch of random arcade games in this. Also with the 115 in one, it's the same thing. Same games in it, to be honest. A few added ones. You've got Spider-Man in there as well. So again, just I think those are the two I pretty much use the most whenever I'm on the Game Boy. Next up we have Spyro 2, Season of Flame. I remember completing this, so it was a very fun game. I really enjoyed it. Do enjoy my Spyro games. Next we got Tekken Advance. This is just something that I believe my dad got because he was heavily into Tekken. Because I remember me and my dad used to play Tekken Tag Tournament 1 in the good old PS2 days, and he got Tekken Advance, and I remember him playing this a lot. So there you go, just got that in my collection. And I just noticed something was on my back. Next up we got Scooby-Doo, relating to the Scooby-Doo movie. So you got like Monovarius, you got you know, Fred, Daphne, you got that creepy bald dude, and these masked wrestler in there. I can't remember what their name is, but it was a good movie. I thought I'd get this game, and I remember playing halfway through this and I just thought I didn't get back into it, so I would like to get back into this. It's very interesting. Next we got Medabots. I remember playing this a lot. I did not actually watch this on TV. I just thought, oh, I'd pick it up and see what it's like, and I quite enjoyed it, so I want to play this again, to be honest. Next we have Road to WrestleMania 18. I played this a lot, even when I was on holiday in Spain a few years back. So I really enjoyed this a lot. I remember collecting every single item. You know, the characters I used the most was Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho. Don't ask why. Yeah, I just think this was a really fun game. I used to play it every single day. Next we've got Yoshi's Island. You guys are probably familiar with this. Really enjoyed this a lot. I completed it, even with some help from my dad, that we both enjoyed. I'll get my Super Mario World. You guys are probably familiar with this for the NES. My dad's actually played this and completed it from start to finish. I remember watching him playing it, and it was a very fun game. I got halfway through it, and I asked my dad to do the rest, so I really enjoy this game. So that's on my Game Boy Advance. Now for the Game Boy Color, which does work on my Game Boy SP, just to say. So first up we got, which is, surprisingly, it's all ripped and stuff. That is Ready to Rumble Boxing. Played that a lot as well, including the when I had it on the Dreamcast. And I still got Ready to Rumble 2 on the PS1, so that's all good. Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone. Did not actually complete this. I got stuck on one part. I'm not so sure what it was. I think it was collecting all the stuff for the potions class. But I do remember a friend who doesn't really live in the area anymore. He actually moved a few years ago, and I remember watching him playing it like from start to finish, and that was very fun for him to watch. Next we got a 32-in-1. This includes Centipede, Sonic, you got Spider-Man 2, Flipple, Boxall 2. Yeah, I'm just going to show you anyway. But apparently I got this when I was in Spain a few years back, and yeah, it does actually work. So I think I remember playing Spider-Man 2 on there. Let me just show you. Boxall 2, there's Sonic. So yeah, it's very fun. Next I've got Buster Move 2. I remember playing Buster Move 4 on the Dreamcast, really enjoyed it, and I thought, oh, I'll get Buster Move 2 for the Game Boy Color, you know, and I really enjoy this. Next up, a classic, Donkey Kong. My brothers completed this once. I think my dad completed it as well, but I haven't. I got stuck on World 3, I believe. So I would like to play this again. Another classic, Super Mario Land. I got halfway through it and I kept on dying. So I think it was, I don't know either it was my dad or my brother completing this, but again, it's a fun game. We got WWF Superstars. As you can see, that is actually Macho Man, that is Ultimate Warrior, and you've got Hulk Hogan. There's only 5 superstars you can play as. You got Hulk Hogan, $1 Million Man, Mr. Perfect, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Ultimate Warrior. I played as every single character and I actually beaten it. There's only like 4 rounds, so you know, 4 matches, and then you win the title, so that's okay. But again, it's a fun game. And next and last, we've got Double Dragon. You guys are probably familiar with this as well. Really enjoyed it. My dad completed it, my brothers completed it, and I completed it. So again, that's a fun game. So there we go, guys. That is about it. So in total, I've got about, what? I'm just trying to can it. 4, 8, 12, 16. I've got 17 games. If I did have Chuck Rock and Super Mario Kart, I would have probably around 20. So that is it for my Game Boy Color, my Game Boy Advance collection, and the handheld consoles. Hope you enjoyed. I know it's a very small collection, but it was one handheld console I used to play all the time, but now I just, you know, I just wish I could play it again. I would have to sort out a day and then just play through it for a whole day, including Super Mario Land, Double Dragon, Donkey Kong, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World. You know, all those fun games I played back in the past, I would like to play again, you know, in future. So that is it for the collection. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.